How is everybody doing this fine day? My name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for joining me. I have had a very good week. I was off yesterday. It was me and my lovely wife's anniversary, 17 years together. We had a great, fabulous day. We did what we normally do. We enjoyed each other's company and talked about what we're going to do in the future for business. Honestly, that's what we did, and had a great time doing it. So today, this is a touchy subject for a lot of people. It really is. A lot of people really love this girl, or they claim that they do. Honey Bison, thank you very much. I'll tell your surrogate mother that you wish her happy birthday too. It's very funny. But her name is Lizzie Dances, Lizzy Howell, Elizabeth Howell, or whatever is her name. And I'm sure you've seen videos of her, right? She's the let me fix this camera. There's something wrong with it here. She's the very plus size, in other words, fat as fuck dancer. And tips on 178 plus years happy. I don't know, but 17 years. Pick the right person. My wife is amazing. And that's what it is. She's my person. She's my lobster. I'm hers. We're each other's people. We're best friends. Plus, she's just gorgeous. Love her to death. Like, I mean, literally. Like, it's you find the right person. I've had plenty of failed relationships before this. I just found the right person. That's my advice. Don't settle. Don't settle. I couldn't even begin to give you guys advice on how to fucking function now. Getting together. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, let's just get to it. This is Lizzy Howell. And again, nobody give this woman shit because she's obviously fucking herself up this quickly and as hard as she can. And I know there's going to be some blowback by people in the comments about like, she has this condition, that condition. Trust me, I'm going to get to that with the science and everything like that. I don't play. So this is Lizzy Howell. By the way, I am going to estimate off just this video. Give me 1 second. I know we can't play the sound. Well, fuck it. I don't care. Oh, it doesn't need it, but you can't necessarily see this. It's too small. So give me 1 second. I gotta be able to. There we go. Here we are. All right. Remove video file. Okay, give me one. There we go. So this is Lizzy Howell, and this is her dancing. So honestly, just visual observation, waist to height ratio, 0.8 to 1. Like, I mean, she extremely viscerally morbidly obese, even worse. I can't imagine being this big. I mean, this is ridiculous. Her waist is nearly the same circumference as her height. And yeah, everybody's like, but she's dancing. You know what? This is the difference. Like, I actually think about the thing the whole way through. Do you know what I see when I see her dancing all the time and this big? I think how much food, like the absolute fucking tremendous amount of food this woman must be packing away on a daily basis. She dances for multiple hours a day. I don't understand how in the fuck. I don't understand how the fuck she stays this big. You know, hang on a second. Let me pull up a few things I have prepared to talk about that, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just talking crazy. Okay, so this young lady, she frames her obesity apparently as stemming from almost entirely two factors, basically trauma and medication. Right. So, she's pushing back against the personal responsibility of it. Her parents died when she was young, and she was raised by her grandmother. She started overeating when she was 5 and started gaining weight then. And to Lizzie, I got to say that, honestly, that you were being abused by, and whether they meant to or not, I believe you were raised by your grandparents, and your grandparents let you abuse yourself with food, which is in fact abuse. No 5-year-old or 6-year-old makes the decisions on what they're going to eat. They ask, but they shouldn't be making the decisions on what they're going to eat. So very frankly, you were let down by that. But however, you are in your 20s now and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The other thing she states, I'll just read it. Howell persists in framing her obesity as stemming almost entirely from external factors, trauma and medication, while pushing back against the suggestion of personal responsibility. Could signal a deeper psychological challenge. I believe she's obviously mentally ill if she thinks this is not her responsibility. Obesity is strongly linked to mental health disorders, including depression, anxiety, and internalized stigma. She can't accept the fact that she's doing this to herself. But she also has a condition called IIH. So let me scroll up here and read that to you. All right, here we go. Lizzy Howell, she's 23 years old, dancer, body positivity advocate, blah, blah, blah. That's the stupidest title ever, by the way. Body positivity activist, stupidest title ever created. Attributes her super morbid obesity primarily to two factors: emotional trauma and from her mother's death, not her parents, just her mother at 5, which led to her comfort eating and her initial weight gain, and medication for her pseudotumor cerebri, which is called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, or IIH, which she claims causes substantial additional weight gain as a side effect, the medication she's on for it. And while these explanations highlight complex contributing factors, a closer examination of the medical evidence reveals a potential cycle where her obesity likely plays a direct role in developing the IIH in the first place, meaning she inadvertently contributed to the very condition that necessitates the medication that she blames for exacerbating her weight. Furthermore, her reliance on these narratives as excuses, while minimizing the role of ongoing overconsumption, which again, she has to be consuming just a tremendous amount of food to be gaining weight at her size already, and the physical activity she's putting that body through, meaning she's inadvertently contributing to the very condition that necessitates medical that she says exacerbates it. Furthermore, her reliance on these narratives as excuses, while minimizing the role of her ongoing overconsumption, may point to underlying mental health issues, such as denial or unresolved psychological distress, which are prevalent comorbidities in both obesity and IIH. Additionally, despite her active dancing routine, maintaining such a high body weight implies that she is consuming a tremendous amount of calories, 4,500 calories or more estimated for her size. She's estimated on visual, like she says she's in the 200s. But if you run her picture through any AI, it comes up with 320 to 350. So she's well over 300 pounds as a 5'4" woman. And again, her waist to height ratios, she's probably got a 60-inch waist. That's tragic. It's just absolutely tragic. I don't even understand why people aren't screaming their heads off about this. The link, medical research consistently identifies obesity as a major risk factor for IIH. So the condition that she's saying she's on a medication for, a huge risk factor for it is being fat. So if she does have IIH, there's a strong possibility that she gave it to herself, or at least exacerbated a condition she was already going to have. The condition involves elevated intracranial pressure to issues with cerebrospinal fluid dynamics. And while the exact mechanism is unclear, obesity is thought to contribute by increasing abdominal pressure, altering hormone profiles, excess androgens and leptin, and impairing venous drainage in the brain. So psychological. Her weight gain began early due to trauma-induced emotional eating, placing her in the obese category well before she developed IIH diagnosis. By her own account, the childhood obesity persisted into adulthood, aligning precisely with the demographics that are vulnerable to IIH. Young obese women. The young obese women are the people that get this condition almost all the time. This timeline suggests her pre-existing obesity was a contributing factor to the onset of IIH rather than the condition arising independently. And I just, let me get a guesstimate on a few things. So that's all horrible. I mean, it's truly fucking horrible, But if we go back to this, right? I want everybody to look at the fucking comments, because the comments are just horrific. It's basically a bunch of people trying to get her to die, just to be honest. Let me see if I can blow the words up a little bit for you. There it is. Okay. So now you can see what I'm talking about. This woman, 320 to 350 pounds, with a waist to height ratio, like somewhere around her waist, her height measurement. Look at these comments, all of them. Like thousands of people. Keep dancing whatever you want and whatever you want. We love it. Like, cause she's saying, first time dancing in a new tank top. My song is this. Like, you want a cookie? Well, I don't want to offer you a cookie because you've had too many cookies. But do you want a cookie for fucking wearing a tank top? I mean, wow, fat. Like, you want a cookie for embarrassing yourself, basically. But look at all these others. I took a class with you the other day. Keep dancing. Love you. Work. This, like, fire. She's not. Nobody. I wish that people could admit this. She's not that good of a dancer because she's super fat. Like, watching her dance with other people, you realize how unbelievably encumbered she is and how horrific it is to actually be golf clapping her as if she's accomplishing something. And for her, like, she's a big body positive activist. The only reason why you are anything at all is because you're fat. And I feel bad for saying that to you in a way. I really don't. I shouldn't lie. But it's not talent. Like, she was first noticed because she was a fat girl that did a bunch of pirouettes. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but it wasn't because, oh, wow, look at those pirouettes. It was because, like, the fat girl's doing a pirouette. So these people make a living from doing normal things or things that many, many, many other people can do, not as well while fat. Like, they do what normal people do. Now, what I mean, I shouldn't even call it normal, because being athletic and being fit is actually a very serious minority. But she does what fit people can do poorly while fat and gets golf clapped for it by her audience. And that is very bad for her and for society. She is basically, and this is the same thing as, like, when you see a plus size model and they're like, oh my God, slay queen. You put on clothes and pretend to do shit that attractive fit people do, and you're golf clapped because, like, oh, she's so brave. Like, at no point in time did this whole shit start because of looks. You guys are in charge of that. You just wanted to make sure that you got your say. We're fat people. We deserve respect, which is untrue. You disrespect yourself, society, the planet, your country. If you disrespect everybody else, why should anybody respect you? It's wild to me. I don't even understand. Like, if you keep looking at these comments on all of them, it is keep dancing, babe. It is like you go get it, girl. You dance keeps up great. It's so stupid. If you like, here's another one. Look at the comments. Saturdays are about growth and showing up for yourself. Show up for yourself by losing hundreds of pounds, or at least 150 fucking pounds. No, 200 pounds. That's how you show up for yourself. I'm showing up for myself. To dance poorly because you're fat. Come on, I'm sorry, but I don't understand why people were applauding when it's this encumbered person moving don't get me wrong, for being a 350 pound person that is literally the shape of a beach ball. Okay, you're doing this super, super, super well, but you're not dancing. You're wobbling around. And can I dance that well? No, for the people that are in it. But This is like, I'm not trying to get accolades for dancing either. She is, and this is dancing while fat. This is not dancing. And I wish people could see that. This is dancing while fat. Oh my God. This is so true, honey bison. Fat people, especially women, are over-infantilized. It's very weird. It really is. Like she's like, they're like, oh, you guys are great. You're so awesome. They talk to them like they're little fucking babies. Like, oh, that's so amazing. Oh, do you want some ho-hos? Like, it's so weird. Why don't you admit that you like to get your cheeks busted by other men? Like, dude, that's sad. Okay. First of all, I will say this. If I was gay, I'd have no problem getting laid, probably, apparently, because you are thinking about me being gay. So that means to me, you are interested in banging me or me banging you. I will say this. I've been married for 17 years. Very, very happy. Even if I was gay or bisexual, I am a monogamous man. So I don't get my cheeks busted by other men. I mean, obviously it sounds like you're volunteering because that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, the TRT. That's wow. TRT make you gay. All right, you're done. No, you're not done. You're not done. If you want to say stuff to my face, here's how it works. You can cam up and come on and say the stuff to my face as you, right? But if you don't, then you don't get to talk again. So that's the long and short of that. What we got right here? Oh, there we go. You don't get in. I mean, let's show up with you. No disguise, no hiding your face, no nothing. Just be a person. You can say whatever the fuck you want to my face, and we're good. TRT make you good. Okay. Sounds good. Whatever you think, buddy. Anywho, we'll do a full Q&A. By the way, folks, here, I wanted to run these one more time. So, we did a flash coaching sale the other day. I'm going to finish it up today because it didn't go full 24 hours. Some people reached out to me and said that they've tried to buy and they couldn't. So this is flash coaching sale. $149.99 for 3 months. $199.99 for 6 months. Oh, wait, that's not going to work. No, it is. And $299.99 for 1 year. That is, and if you are on the app, there's links for you on the app already to take advantage of these too. You can add it on to the rest of your time. I don't know, but we're going to run this for the next half a day, and then we're done because it didn't run for a full day last time. So my apologies, folks. I'm sorry. Beyond that, let's grab this too. Make sure to pick up Pure Blood and the GLP-1 Booster Stack. Right here. All right, here we go. What are some tips to get rid of the last 10 pounds of stomach fat? Hope your day is well. Thank you very much. One, consistency, but two, I like to just take a look at my portion sizes when it comes to that. So the last 10 pounds is about 100 calorie average per day for an entire year, right? So if you want to lose the last 10 pounds, I would suggest you just try to shave 100 calories off your day, that last bite of something. Make sure you're not eating too fast, those sorts of things. But honestly, people try to force the last 10 pounds, and they force the last 10 pounds by going onto a more extreme diet and more extreme exercise. And then when they can't keep up the extreme exercise or extreme diet, they end up gaining that 10 pounds back. And then they bounce back up and down, and that starts a seesaw that gets wider and wider and wider. So, and that's just reality. So by the way, let's see. BJ, I love how he has BJ in his name. You didn't respond, so you're done. Sad. Just weakness. They want to talk up. They want to walk in and talk about my penis and doing gay stuff with it, and then they won't fucking at least even like show face to face. Probably because he was too busy jacking off to me. That's probably what it is. I don't know. So public schools in Minnesota complained they can't afford teachers' Ozempic anymore on insurance. That's taking 56% of cost. They blame tariffs and claim that they don't know how to fix it. Stop eating so motherfucking much. Like, it's a drug that makes you eat less. It should not be paid for by insurance. That's the thing. It should not be affect anybody else's insurance premiums. It's fucking wild that people think it should. Any drug for a chronic illness that could be managed by lifestyle or avoided by lifestyle or reversed by lifestyle should be 100% out of the person's pocket. You know who doesn't need Ozempic? People in other countries that work hard and shit. That's the reality. She has no control over eating at 444 pounds and working in a kitchen on my feet from 9 to 10 hours a day. I would push harder to not be told I'm very good. That's awesome. By the way, everybody congratulate Bright Light. She's lost a tremendous amount of weight. Great motherfucking job. Let's see. But they wouldn't even have the courtesy to give a reach. That's funny. So true, probably. Let's see. Honestly, it is like Lizzo. If I'm gonna compare, Lizzo dances and burns a lot of calories, but made up for that by eating 3,000 K plus or more. She was probably eating more than that. She can dance all she wants, but she eats too much. She still eats too much. She's still morbidly obese. She still eats way too much. And by the way, Lizzo, now that you've literally, I don't know if everybody's noticed, but she's literally following the advice that I gave her before she blocked me. Just saying. She's literally following the advice from before that I gave her before she blocked me. And you can't say she didn't see the advice because she personally blocked me everywhere, which is funny. But Jessica, how much you know alchemy affects blood pressure? Mine averages around 95 to over 60, which is very, very good. I want to try alchemy, but I'm worried that it might cause my blood pressure to go too low. Very frankly, we don't have anybody that's really had any problems with that at all, unless they're already on blood pressure medication. Because that is similar mechanisms. However, what I would suggest you do is take a half a dose at 2 times a day, and then see how your body tolerates it. But it would definitely still help you cut out the sugar cravings. Great question. And for those of you that are wondering where you can get alchemy, you can get it as a part of the GLP-1 booster stack that I'm sharing with you right here. And it has helped me avoid sugar cravings. I don't have physical hunger when I take No Morbidity and Alchemy. I just don't. I don't have physical hunger at all. I will occasionally feel like, oh wow, I'm getting a little shaky. I might need to eat something, and that's normally how I tell. But if I'm properly hydrated and shit like that, I can go 24 hours easy without it. Especially if I'm busy, which I've been very, very busy lately. Erica. I work in health insurance. The amount of claims coming in for Ozempic and Wegovy is absolutely insane. You can bet that they pass the cost to all the other insurance members on the network. Of course they do. Of course they do. Which is why it shouldn't be. Like, that's a problem. Like, when people say my weight or my this or my that is not your business, there's no justification for saying that. Your health affects health insurance premiums, and anybody in America can be affected by health insurance premiums. And your health, even if everybody paid out of pocket, okay, so here's the fucked up thing that I don't think people understand. And I'm doing a lot of research about this lately because I'm writing like three or four books at a time here. And the way my ADHD works, I put a book down for a day, work on another book, put that book down for the day, work on another book, and it keeps me fresh. So, but 2 of the books have a lot to do with insurance premiums and stuff like that. One's kind of like a fantasy book, but it's actually a fictional reality is what it is. It's a fictional reality of what the world could be. Looking forward to that one too. That one's going to come along with an app also. But it's wild how people don't realize this. So say all healthcare costs were 100% out of the pocket, right? And people that gluttoned themselves, smoked themselves, and drank themselves had to pay for all of their insurance, all their healthcare costs right out of their own pocket, right? It came right out of their own pocket. It's still going to affect you because it increases demand in a short supply. So therefore, it is very, very, very expensive. So even though you don't really need your healthcare, when you go to use your healthcare, if you're a healthy person like me, and we had no insurance, say we had no insurance, and these people were paying out of pocket for all of their healthcare problems, which, by the way, wouldn't even be a possibility for most. They wouldn't be able to afford to both remain morbidly obese and eat if they had to pay for all of their own healthcare. They would not be able to do it. They're financially, they wouldn't be able to do it. But say they could, okay? Say they could. It still drives the cost of healthcare up because it increases demand tremendously. About 90% of the demand on our healthcare system is from chronic illness. People that eat too much, drink too much, and smoke too much. Chronic and mental illness is, in fact, 90% of it, and most of chronic and mental illness is avoidable or preventable or reversible by lifestyle mitigation. So imagine how much it would cost if everybody was healthy. Imagine how little healthcare would cost if everybody was just healthy, only needed it for acute care or acute illness. You know, like that's what I'm saying. It still affects everybody, no matter what. Anyway, I wish I could take Nomo and Alchemy, but I'm still breastfeeding. Healthy baby first and try my best with lifestyle change. That's awesome. But when you're done breastfeeding, it'll be there for you. So that's awesome. Listen, I am about to go do another video here. I will be back in about 3 minutes. Does Alchemy help with A1C? Yes. Factually. It has dehydroberberine in it and NC2. Both have been shown to lower A1C. Both. Clinically. And both of them, as well as metformin, if not better. So yes, it absolutely will. I can say that irrevocably, and the FDA couldn't even say anything because of their patented ingredients. So yes. So all right, we'll be back in a minute.